Okay, so from my side, I'm going to be looking at the presentation and going through it and explaining a little bit of the story around Norton. Obviously, we all know what Norton is. You know exactly what it does. It's an internet security with antivirus included. One of the main questions that we've had come to us is literally what happened to us. It was a question that was highlighted as we were in the market, then we decided that we weren't going to be in the market, and now we're back in the market. Now, there's a little bit more information in the background that I want to share with you so that you can understand this. Back in 2013, Symantec, obviously as a company globally, had decided that they were going to go more the digital. And there's obviously reasons to do that. There's cost implications as well. Going digital would obviously be a lot easier. Obviously, your consumer can go online, buy the license, and then continue using the license that way. However, the South African market wasn't tailored or wasn't ready for online or digital. South African market actually wants the box. They want the CD. They want to have a card in it. They want to. It must belong to them, really. And we noticed a little bit of a pushback. And the pushback came up to the South African directors. And trust me, they fought long and hard to get the box product back into country. When I say box, it means it's box. You get a CD, you get a card inside the box. You buy it, you load it onto your machine. It's yours. What we also discovered is that South Africans weren't ready to just go online and pay with their credit card. And that was a reality. So there's two reasons here. The consumer in South Africa said, wait, I still want to buy a box. I still want to get a CD. I still want to have the card. I still want to have that ownership on my product. The second one was that they didn't want to pay with credit card. That was obviously an issue. And like I said, Dave, being with us, fought long and hard to get the box back into country. There was no other reason why we exited the market. The market, it was a pretty simple explanation. That's what we wanted to do. So based on that, obviously send your questions so that we can answer if I haven't been clear with my explanation of what happened and where we were or where have we been. We are now back in the market, and we've been in the market for a year and some months now, nearly 2 years. And we've been slowly progressing and growing our market share. I know that it does change a few things, but we are back with a bang, and our product is fantastic. And I'm going to go through that product right now. I'm going to go through a story. I think it's important that everyone on the call understands exactly what we look at, where it says nobody else comes close. We see more, we analyze more, and we stop more online threats. Norton leverages on our global threat intelligence to track down and eliminate threats, even brand new ones. Now, this is a massive global threat intelligence. I mean, we've got 45 points across the world. We track and see things that I can't even explain to you. There is so much traffic coming into internet security, malware and ransomware and crypto mining. There is so much happening that the global threat intelligence, which, by the way, is the largest in the world, will be able to track it. And once we know what's happening, we send out packets of updates to every Norton user, no matter where they are in the world. Again, this makes it a huge benefit to be running with Norton. Our teams of security experts are constantly analyzing new threats and devising new ways to protect your devices from them. The second one is we focus exclusively on security, and we're the best at what we do. I'd like to make this very clear to everybody on the call, is that when we say we're the best at what we do, we've got over 30 years of experience when it comes to internet security. We have been in the game longer than anybody else, so we can track things and track threats and see what's happening in the marketplace in advance. And that's where we come and we tell you that we are the number one. Only Norton has won PC Magazine Editor's Choice Award for 34 times, including 11 years in a row. This goes to the excellence of Norton. Norton has an excellent reputation, and we obviously want you to know that. And be confident in when you are selling Norton or taking on Norton, you have the best product, the best of breed. Our multi-device protection keeps your data safe wherever it is. Here's the key. Multi-device protection as well as multi-platform. You're not looking to buy internet security and then buy something else for antivirus. You buy one package and it's comprehensive. In other words, it works on Windows, it works on Mac, it works on Android and iOS. It also includes the new Windows 10 operating system. And on the devices, it's on computers, smartphone, tablets, and so on. In usual training, when I go through training, I always ask this one question: how many devices do you currently have? Do you have one, two? Do you have family? Do you have kids? Do you have an office at home? Are those devices protected? With Norton Security, you can buy one solution that covers all devices. And that's what I love about the solution, because I'm not looking to buy one or two. I'm buying one product that covers all my requirements. And then we include a protection promise only Norton can make. Norton offers 100% guarantee. If you get a virus, our Norton experts cannot remove or give you a refund. Now, this is, I don't know if you understand where we're coming here. Norton's got a reputation. For them to be able to put a stamp on every box saying 100% guarantee virus removal, that comes with confidence. That comes with saying, we've been in the business for so long, we've provided products that are absolutely brilliant, and they do exactly what we say they're going to do, that should we not be able to remove a virus, we'll give you your money back. Just imagine that on the customer base that we currently have. That's huge. And that kind of guarantee is confidence. It's saying that we are there all the way. I hope I've covered the story, and I hope I've covered 4 essential facts to remember when it comes to Norton. I'm going to move on to the next slide. And in the invitation, I mentioned something about ransomware. We said we'll look at the ransomware, and I'm sure you have all heard ransomware. But what is ransomware? It locks your files or computer, demanding money to unlock them. Often uses unbreakable encryption and demands payment. Can hide malware in harmless-looking emails. Ransomware infections rose by 36% in 2016. In 2016, the average ransom demand was 821 euros. Obviously, this is global, and up to 224 euros a year earlier. It's quite interesting when they come through and they say, and on the right of this image, you'll notice that the computer says it's locked. Ransomware has grown exponentially, and it continues to do that. And the reality is this: if we don't have a layer of protection such as Norton, ransomware looks literally for vulnerabilities. Whoever doesn't have any form of internet security on their laptop or on their PC or on their phones, wherever it's going to be, it will send an infection. If you click on a mail and you accept the infection, what happens? The infection grows like any other infection we know. It slowly starts to monitor what you're doing, which other files it can obviously capture. And before you know it, it's captured your PC, and there's nothing you can do about it. Either you pay, and like it says there, paying the cyber criminals does not guarantee its removal. I always like to think of it as, if you do pay the cyber criminal, then you become a customer, because then they know that you're willing to pay for your information. So here's the reality. The best protection is an up-to-date internet security package such as Norton Security. Norton has explicitly sent out mails stating that not one of the Norton users or customers that we have out there, end users, have ever experienced ransomware while running Norton. Now, that's a statement that you can take, and you can obviously be confident in saying that Norton really does protect you against ransomware. Now, there's obviously more. We've sent out emailers to the base, and we will share more information with you on ransomware and what you can do to protect yourself against ransomware. But the reality is simple. If there's no layer of protection, ransomware will find a way in. So recommendation, obviously, get Norton Security. It protects you against such things. Before I move to the next slide, what's important to understand is there's a topic coming up, and cyberbullying is everywhere. And cyberbullying has become, it's not only has become, it's been really evident from 2015 right up to now to 2018. And cyberbullying is a reality that we've got to look at. And how do we protect against cyberbullying? We first got to understand what cyberbullying is. And you'll notice on the slide, I've given you a snapshot, and I'm not going to go through everything because I'm going to send you this information so you can read through it in your own time and understand it. This has come through from Norton, and obviously we've got this from our UK branch. But bullying victims today face threats beyond physical violence or face-to-face encounters. I'm a toppie in comparison to some. I'm 42. When it was bullying in our days, bullying was simple. The guy was bigger than me and I needed to stand my ground. Wasn't always fun. I can remember that. But today, what is it? These days, bullying has evolved and has spread across every common of the digital world. Every comer of the digital world. What is the digital world? It's massive. It's everywhere. And each year, cyberbullying becomes a larger force in obviously the UK as well as South Africa. 50% of adolescents have been bullied. 6 out of 10 of those bullied were victims of cyberbullying. The best way to protect your child is to know what you're protecting them from. If there's any parents on the call, as I am a parent, I've got a little baby girl. She's 1 year and 5 months now, and I've got a son that's 17. And every day or should I say my son is consumed by the internet. He's on YouTube. He's on Google. He has to do projects on Google. He has to find things that he needs to present at school. They use tablets at school. They have online ability like we've never had before. I mean, I grew up in an era where there was no Google. Just imagine that. Okay, it's giving away my age, but it's a reality. Kids today consume the internet in a way that we cannot even comprehend. And as parents, whoever's a parent on call, you will know that when your kids are online and they're on their phones and they're using their smartphones, you'll notice how much time they spend on that. The other thing is that we don't know is how long do they spend online to do their homework? What is it that they're reading? Who are they following? What are they representing themselves on Facebook? How are they doing all these things? Do we know? And do we have the time to check on them? It's quite a difficult task. Methods that are used out there, and these are just punch words that you've got to remember: outing, frapping, dissing, trolling, and trickery. I've given you obviously backgrounds as to, or paragraphs that you can read as to what this really means. I don't know if you've noticed that kids do not speak English on WhatsApp and on Facebook. They actually abbreviate everything these days. It's almost like, why are you at school? It's just a very strange scenario. And these are the methods. I'm also going to show you another slide where it comes to the signs. And this is really cool because when you go through the signs and you identify what is it that my kids are doing, what are the behaviors that are happening now because of cyberbullying. We had a very good example in South Africa last year. It was actually on radio. It was on 94.7. And a kid was, his best friends actually ghosted his Facebook. And by ghosting his Facebook, they started posting really bad language, and they also started swearing teachers, swearing friends from the Facebook, the ghosting Facebook. The poor kid, when he walked into school, everyone started looking in and thinking, what is wrong with you? What has happened? Why are you so aggressive? Why is all this happening? And the poor guy didn't know what they were talking about until he identified that they had ghosted his Facebook. By then, the damage was made. He was so isolated in his experience that he spoke to nobody. Finally, his sister noticed that there was some really massive changes in his behavior, and she really sat him down and said, what's going on? And if she hadn't spoken to him, he was 2 to 3 days away from committing suicide. These are the realities of cyber crime, and there is no way around it. We need to be able to look at what our kids are doing, find ways to assist them, to enjoy the internet, and to enjoy what they're doing online, but doing it safely. And Norton does have a product that is tailored just for that, and I'm going to go through that just now. I hope the cyberbullying section has provided some real intel. Again, you will get a full PDF of what cyberbullying looks like. You can read through it and identify, obviously, what's going on and how Norton can assist. There was also a question around Norton performance, and this slide is now to discuss that. There was issues apparently in 2006 where Norton slowed down the machine, or that was resource hungry. And as Norton, we do understand that. We actually picked it up based on our global threat intelligence and our customers coming back to us and saying, what's going on? It seems like my machine's slowing down with Norton. Subsequent to that, the products that we have in market right now are best of breed. Like I said right in the beginning, we won the best Android security, Semantic Norton Mobile Security Award in 2017. And again, it's A/B test. This is independent and it's come directly from them. And we've also won the best protection, Semantic Norton Security. This is best protection overall. And on the Norton benefits right at the top, I've just given you the 4 benefits that are key to Norton. Easy to use service. Quick install and easy manage protection for all your devices with a single subscription. Superior technology, as I mentioned, leverages the power of the world's largest threat intelligence network to keep you and your identity safe. Unrivaled performance, it is now proven to be the fastest, lightest, most accurate protection technology time and again. And then I'm closing it off with a guaranteed protection only Norton guarantees. So I hope this addresses the performance issues that you might have and have heard, which is a legacy issue. It's not a current one. We've addressed it. We've got products that are absolutely phenomenal. There is no lag. There is no resource hungry. I'm using it. And I'm not saying this because I am the PM for the product. I'm saying this because we have received the awards to state that we do have the best protection. And it's obviously the quickest. Moving on, I'd like to go through very quickly the Norton Security Deluxe products and what's available at Rectron right now. And Norton Security Deluxe, I want to just make sure that everyone on call knows what Deluxe means. When you look at Deluxe, when you walk into McDonald's and you ask for Deluxe, you're asking for everything. It must be the full toppings. Deluxe means everything. It is comprehensive internet security. You get the 2 device, which is on the left, you get the 3 device, and you get the 5 device. On the bottom, I've given you a breakdown of what it provides as features, and I can't put all the features on the page because there are so many. But let's go through the features that I've already mentioned. Internet security, it comes with antivirus, so you don't have to buy an antivirus product. It comes with App Advisor. App Advisor allows you to go on to Google Play Store, and it scans every app that's on Google Play to tell you if it's safe, unsafe, if it's malicious, if it's data hungry, if it's going to a source that's unknown. It will warn you before you download it. In other words, giving you enough information to make the right decision. Safe search for Facebook. I mean, this is amazing, and it comes across all 3 products. Safe search for Facebook. When you go onto Facebook, you've got your feed. What's happening on those feeds? Who are on those feeds? What companies are talking to you? Are there malicious feeds happening out there? Are there links that you click onto to go and shop and do something extra that you don't know are actually unsafe? So what this does is it actually scans everything that's happening on the Facebook feed to give you confidence that whenever you click or go into something, Norton will be able to identify if there's something weird happening in the background. That's awesome. Safe search for the web. I mean, the web is unbelievable. There's probably 1 trillion websites out there, and you go to Facebook, you go to Google every single day, and every day you're going to search for something, product information, go to YouTube, you go somewhere. You're on the web all the time. Do you know that where you're going is safe? If you don't, Norton does. It will tell you that there's malicious activity happening on this website that gives you that confidence. Now, we don't say we block you, we will warn you. It's really up to you if you want to go into it or not. Password generator. I just have to ask one question. How many passwords do you guys have? 4, 5, 3, 10? How many times have you forgotten your Google password? Password generator creates a password that is so encrypted that it's so difficult to actually pick up. Anyone can pick it up. So it comes with the actual product. Norton Vault. Norton Vault keeps all your passwords in one secure location with only one password that you can go in and you can link anything you want to it. The Vault keeps you or keeps all your passwords safe. Here's what's cool about the Vault. When you go into the Vault, or you let's say go into FNB, I do it every month. When I go into my FNB account, FNB picks it up. I look at the Vault, I click on my Vault, and it adds all my passwords in there. I don't type it. In other words, I don't have any worries about spyware coming across because I've got Norton. Multi-platform and multi-device, I've discussed that earlier on, and then easy-to-use web portal that's available. And I also want to close by saying that all our products are up to date. We don't have version generations. We don't have new version in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Our products are always up to date. That means if you buy the product today and you only use it next year this time, it will still be the latest product that you're going to place on your PC, your device, or your smartphone, or your tablets. Now, what I'd like you to remember, NS1+1, NS3, and NS5, all of these products that I've just mentioned to you now offer you all these features. The only difference is how many devices you want to protect. Do you want to protect 2 devices, 3 devices, or 5 devices? It's a simple maths. And as I mentioned, if you look at the amount of devices you do have available to you, I don't need 2 or 3 different softwares. I need one. Here it is. It protects all my devices. I hope that explains the product lineup. It is available right now. You can speak to any one of your account managers to get pricing on this, because the pricing is really, really fantastic and aggressive. Now I'm going to move on to a product that I mentioned while I was talking about cyberbullying, and that's called Norton Security Premium. I've highlighted the section where it says Plus, help protect your children from unsafe content and guard against oversharing. So it's got all the other stuff that I've mentioned, but parental control is the key here. What does parental control really do for me? When I buy the product and I go into the parental control feature, it will take you about 15 minutes to set up your parental controls. The reason why it takes 15 minutes is it helps the parent understand the threats that are out there, number one, and also gives them a guide as to what is it that they want to see their kids doing. You can switch off your kids' devices if you have to. When I say switch off the devices, I'm saying if they're online, you can switch that off. You can block applications that are risky. You can check how much time they've spent on YouTube. You can see what they've done on Google, how they represent themselves on Facebook. And you get all this information on a report every Monday, or you can choose when you want to get it, but you get a report and it gives you a clear indication as to what has happened while my kids have been doing their work during the week. Once you've seen it, you can actually go to your child and say, all right, so I saw this happening, Sarah or John, whichever one it is, and you can actually have a discussion about what they're doing. Parental controls is so important in today's environment, especially the internet security side, because you want to know that what the kids are doing is actually safe. You want to know that what they're taking in is wholesome. What they're taking in is guiding them. Because as I said earlier, the kids today are on the internet like never before. And what they do consume does have an effect on them. So the Norton Premium offers the parental control. In addition, it also has a 25 gig of PC backup, and that's also just on the Premium. I hope that you can identify the product variations and see how they fit into your business. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting your comments on where we are, because that is the end of my presentation, ladies and gents. And now let's take some questions. I'm sure you've been sending some questions out, but yeah, by all means, please communicate with us. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about what's relevant to you, and then we can take it from there. Okay, fantastic. I see the questions, Dave, you've been answering through and through. Why, Manaves, you were asking why parental control only on a 10 user and not SMB product?
It's a feature that's only integrated on Norton Security Premium.
Yeah.
If we wanted to add it into a lower device count, we could.
It's a good question, Boston. Here's the reality. When it comes to the parental control on Premium, it's a consumer play. When it comes to your enterprise, that's a totally different solution that's available there. I hope I've answered that question. Don't like that. Parental control also works well with spouses. Guys, any more questions? If you're more than willing, or you're more than happy to unmute yourselves and speak to me directly if you wanted to, hey?
Hi, Peter, can you hear me? Hello? Peter, can you hear me?
Yes, Boston, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you why. The reason why I say 10 user SMB product is because the one user, or you say 1 + 1, 3 and 5, those are more geared towards your user in terms of a whole. If anyone wants to buy a simple out-of-the-box that they're going to use it on SMB, small, medium business, which is 5 to 10 or 15 users, they would buy something like this. So in terms of protecting the kids, shouldn't it be on the 1, 3, and 5 users?
Agreed. I do get you. And the reason why the 10 user was done with parental control is because as a family, if you look at the amount of devices available to a family, we usually look at around 10. in line with the question that you have when it comes to us being able to provide that on NS1, 3, and 5, that's obviously been highlighted and already been addressed internally for something that we can look forward to in the future.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Boston. Guys, any more questions? Okay. All right, that's cool. I see everyone saying nothing more. I'm really hoping that I've addressed all the questions. I'm really excited. I mean, we're back and we're doing what we need to do. And I really like to engage with everybody and see how much more value we can add. Pleasure, Sandile. Roxanne, actually. Okay, lovely. Was this helpful? Did this actually make a difference in understanding Norton and what it offers?
Hi, Peter, you there?
Yes, V, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sure for the benefit of everyone else, you should actually, can you identify or stipulate why you chose Rectron to be your partner, to be your official distributor for Norton's?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thanks, Boston. Yes, definitely, I can. And to highlight it to the team, when we looked at Rectron, Rectron was definitely a company that we would love to have worked with. It took a while to get into Rectron. But Rectron offers a really unique ability to get to market, to be honest. We've got great sales force here. We've got a great team. We've got a great team. Everyone at Rectron is really excited. They really they back us. They support us. I couldn't ask for a better disty partner to be with. And I do think they understand what Norton offers and the value that it will bring to their customers as well. In addition, just to let everyone know, there's only 2 distributors in country, and Rectron is obviously one of them. And it's been fantastic so far working with everyone at Rectron. I look forward to just building the relationship, building the value proposition, and getting things done, and getting to the resellers and guys to talk the real language. How do we add value to business? Because that's what it's all about today. And Rectron really, really brings that value to us as well. So we're really grateful. Thanks, Boston, for the question.
Peter, just to add to what you said, is if any of the resellers require our assistance in terms of putting a solution, or they require any additional information, they can contact us. I think together with Rectron and your team, we're going to actually do a good job in terms of growing this brand.
Fantastic, Boston. Absolutely. We are here to assist. I've always said this wherever I've been, and you consider me a resource in every way. Whatever you need from my side, I'm there to support. If you need training, if you need info, you need videos, if you need more comprehensive decks, whatever is required, I'm there to assist. And I'm also open to suggestions.